Hi there. I'm doing this without any makeup or my dentures in or anything like that, and I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of uh, people making fun of me and using this for uh, jokes and sharing it with their friends. And look at this idiot, right? Right? That's how you feel. You know how I feel? I feel like Presbyterian hospitals trying to kill me. Uh, and it's really funny because I had spinal degenerative disc disease my entire life. And I didn't know about it until I fell out of a tree when I was 14 and broke my back. And I had them a year later, after a bunch of doctors accused me of trying to get out of school or just get drugs. Uh, Finally, I get a doctor that says, see this Scotty dog and this Scotty dog, well, this one's got no neck, and you need some spinal fusion. The bone is moved from your vertebrae. And they did a surgery and took some bone from my hip and put it on my vertebrae. And after the surgery, the doctor tells me, that's not everything. You have your mother's hereditary spinal degenerative disc disease, and it's at an advanced, severe rate. I already had arthritis at age 14 and fractures up and down my spine, herniated and crushed discs, and it's only gotten worse day by day. Now I'm 53 years old. Well, I'm gonna be 53 years old in September, but that's next month. So I'm 52 years old and 11 months old, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm not even thinking straight. I can't. I'm in so much pain. This is incredible. I can't believe it. I mean, I actually, I need to thank my friend Roger Chavez for saving my life, even though he didn't get my apartment emptied out and I lost everything I owned, including every picture of my late parents and my baby girl when she was growing up. And her social security card and birth certificate was right in the front of there. And then the tenants of La Sabana sued that woman that was, I can't even remember her name, it doesn't matter, but Casa Grande Realty lost their license. They were sued by all the other tenants and lost. And this was after I'd been harassed, and she'd come to my apartment and accused me of doing and selling drugs, and said she was gonna have me evicted for it. And I said, first of all, that's not true. I'm not. Most people come to my door for coffee or cigarettes. That's probably why I'm still alive, since most of them are mugging people for drug money. Yeah. And I end up with supposedly I'm gonna be evicted on a certain day. Well, guess what happens? The day before eviction court, I broke my neck in two places. Somehow. I'm not sure. It was messed up before I fell and hit my head on the bathtub in the wall and crammed my neck into the corner, and I broke my neck in two places. And I got up and walked to the kitchen to light a cigarette. I couldn't believe it. And all of a sudden, my legs just went out, boom, right out from under me, and I couldn't get back up. the arms are still working. I'm just not thinking straight at the time, so I'm not, thinking of calling for help. And I'd had my phone was stolen 2 days prior. I trusted somebody I didn't know, really smart. And I laid there and screamed for help all day long. I didn't during the night because I lived 10 blocks from downtown Albuquerque, and I didn't want anybody coming in and after dark to do anything for me. So and the next day, I started screaming for help again, and it was 2 whole days before Roger came by, and he heard me, and he broke in without breaking anything. It's interesting. And a good lockpicker. Anyhow, and I'm sorry I didn't get around to telling him this sooner, but thank you for saving my life. And I wish you'd gone by my apartment like I paid you to, and $150 for nothing. I was gonna give you the whole 200, and if I'd known that you were just gonna let everything get thrown in the trash, I would have paid even more. I can't believe it. Oh man, I'll never see that stuff again. I don't care about the TVs. I don't care about the suede couch. I don't care about the PlayStation 3 I just got. I don't care about the Dell computer I just got. I don't care about any of that. But my family album meant a lot to me. It doesn't really mean that much to my family, though. Turns out every single one of them think I'm some kind of scumbag. And, they don't know what I've been going through. And they don't know what it's like on the streets of Albuquerque. But if you've ever seen Breaking Bad, it's a hell of a lot worse now. Thanks to that show, so thanks, Vince Gilligan. That really helped us out here a lot in New Mexico. Everybody thinks this is the meth capital of the world now. And every one of these idiot jerks that run around here all stressed out on meth, they're like from outer space. It's so freaking scary. Oh my God. Everybody thinks it's funny that I say The Walking Dead saved my life because I was in the hospital and I was watching TV, and it was when the episode The Storm came after when they left the kingdom and they were heading to Hilltop and going through the storm, and I gotta say, it was Negan, I think, that inspired me so much, the way he turned around his life, and the character, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan he's a genius and a really, really great guy, and he really does love children. You should see him with his daughter in videos. It's so beautiful. And I'm sorry I'm crying again. I just thought of my daughter. And every time I think of her, I just lose it. I'm sorry. So I'm dual diagnosed. I got a back, and I can get up. See, the doctors that gave me the wheelchair and told me I'd never move again were wrong. And here's a picture of my neck. And see the 2 metal plates and all the metal pins all the way from, there, all the way up. Oh my God, I got damage at C2, 3, 4, T1, 2, and 3, L1, 2, 3, and 4, and S1 and S2. That's a lot of freaking damage. oh my god, it hurts so bad. Then they just found a lump on my adrenal gland on my kidney, and it hurts so bad. But I actually had a doctor the other day, and I went to see him, and he made fun of me. He ridiculed me in his freaking office. Thank you, Duke City Dr. Berger. I don't care. Try to sue me for slander. It's not slander when it's true. And this wonderful girl at Superior Transportation, I forget her name now, she set up my ride though, and she's getting me to, it's an ER, an urgent care, where I am gonna get a new primary care physician on Monday morning at like, oh my god. I don't I mean I'll stay up all night just so I can go, but I have a feeling I'm probably gonna be going under the knife again here pretty soon. I don't know, but hey everybody on the internet, thanks so much for making fun of me for saying that The Walking Dead saved my life. And I'm serious, it did, because, at least I had The Walking Dead to watch while I was in the hospital, and I thought I was dying, and I actually was. Oh my god, I'm sorry. And I know everybody's gonna say, yeah, she's just a drug addict, freak, whatever. I was homeless and on the street a couple of times in my life, and I made a conscious decision to clean myself up, and I went through a year of intensive outpatient at Malama Recovery in Oahu in Lahaina, Hawaii, when I lived there for 4.5 years. And right at McAllister next to Lahaina High School. And hi, Dwayne Chapman. Doug Chapman, Dwayne, I can't even remember now. My thinking is so scattered. I'm having trouble remembering simple things like, what is this called? It's a pen. Yeah, I have to really work on it. But yeah, okay, everybody that wants to make fun of me, I have had problems with homelessness in the past. And then I cleaned myself up, and I was so fertile. I got pregnant immediately when the guy I went out there with, who left me out there, came back when I got us, secured us an apartment. And I got cable and the telephone and gas and electric, everything in my name. And then he went to Maui to make a whole bunch of money and for his newborn and his fiance. And then he ended up in debt, asking me to find him a pot dealer on the beach, because I was having such bad morning sickness. And Tom is the one who said, you ought to start smoking pot again just so you don't lose the baby. So, hey, I did. My friend there in my college side, Tammy, she's moved now. That's your godmother, by the way, Kayla. My friend Tammy introduced me to somebody that had a farm on top of a hill across the street from the park in Lahaina, near Nanakuli. I forget, but it doesn't matter because I don't want anybody to know where it is. then he'd have me sit there and watch it with binoculars, and I never saw goats run up a hill so fast. All these mountain goats jumping up this mountain to get up to his farm. He had me hold all his stuff one day, and he said, "I gotta go. The goats are going for my bud." I couldn't believe it. It was funny. And the cops would go by, and he'd just wave to them because, it was Pop. And he wasn't a meth dealer, and he hated them too, and so do I. Right? And I hate him. Oh my God. I'll tell you though, I did wait too long to get back to seeing a doctor, but I'm left at Princeton Place, and they're the ones that said, "Hey, you were on methadone before. Well, just go to Five Points and you can take methadone there." They didn't tell me that, it was just for drug addicts and not for pain. I didn't know that. Stigma right there. Okay, and even my ex-mother-in-law to be, Louise Davis Edge, back in 2009, 2007, this was before my mother died. In 2007, she called my doctor in Bernalillo and told him that she thought I was abusing my meds, and he cut me off cold turkey, which I believe is not only deadly, but it's illegal. And I'm curled up in the corner of his office, shaking, going, What's wrong with me? I feel like I'm dying." He says, "No, it's just withdrawal you're going through." Just withdrawal? Okay. And I'd been on methadone for over a year. So when he cut me cold turkey, it's a damn good thing that one of my neighbors, I'm not going to say the person's name, don't worry. One of my neighbors, when I lived in Indianapolis, was a heroin dealer. And, so I self-medicated. And that was a big mistake. Because it really screwed my life up twice as bad. And I should have never turned to heroin. And you never know what's in the next shot. Just like Strand telling Nick on Fear of the Walking Dead, and he asked him, when you were getting high, when did you think you might die? And he said, every time. Yeah. And he goes, that is concentration, that is knowing and doing it anyhow. And he was looking for that. That's a bunch of crap is what that is. What it was a desperate act that I did, trying to alleviate the pain that nobody even thought that I had, because you cannot see broken bones and hardware. And now my condition is twice as bad as it ever was. And I got a broken neck with all this hardware in it. And I pissed off my doctor so bad, because I can be really, really a jerk when I'm frustrated. I can be a real bitch. I'm sorry. It's true. I'm drinking some good alcohol water here. This stuff is good for you if you're having bad problems, and it'll help your system clean out. And I'm trying to detox. I have to, because of them cutting me cold turkey. And it's a good thing that I've still got medicine saved, because I wasn't abusing the Suboxone or the diazepam. I still have some. And this is 3 months after my doctor had cut me off. 2 months, I'm sorry, 2 months. I still got the Suboxone and diazepam, and it's the only thing that I'll get for my pain, and nobody, they won't prescribe anything else. And I was taking the Suboxone instead of heroin. I was taking the Suboxone so I could see a legitimate doctor and get some legitimate help, you know? And yeah, I know I look horrible, I look like crap, and they figured I'm not gonna bullshit anybody, and so I'm not gonna try to make myself look like I'm not. This is how I look, and this is how I feel. It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad, but I'm not gonna call an ambulance or anything because I just came from the ER. And like I said, the girl at Superior Transportation that helped me with this ride, confirmation number 156099693, they need to give her a raise. Give her a raise, Superior Transpo, for sure. I'm not kidding. Thank God she helped me out, and they actually did find me a primary care provider that I can see until they figure out what to do with me, and this CAT scan will tell them how big the lump on my kidney is and whether it needs to be biopsied or removed or what. I don't know yet, and I'm pretty concerned about it. And I really wouldn't give a damn at all if I died or not, except for the fact that I love my daughter so much, and she has no idea the hell I went through raising her, having her, raising her, and fighting for her. And even her grandmother, her paternal grandmother, said, you know, she's the happiest baby I've ever seen. And how does she think that she got that way when I was the only one with her 24/7? And even while I was pregnant, Tom was cheating on me. I didn't know that. And child services came to talk to me because they were worried about me. And guess what? I was completely innocent, doing a fantastic job. And Tom and his girlfriend, I'm sure, are probably the ones that called this in. And they came by and said I was doing an excellent job and Tom was an absentee father. Well, so I guess he wanted to get home real quick. So, Armstrong Construction Company in Hawaii that he worked for, he was in charge of the materials. I guess he wanted to get home pretty bad because he embezzled $3,500 from them. And then, I wanted to leave and take my baby to my parents until I could get my own place. And they knew that my dad was abusive. And even if my siblings don't remember it, whatever. I can't believe it. I tried to leave, and Tom's son from his first wife, the one he really married, you know, this kid was like in his 30s at the time, and I'm trying to leave with my daughter and go to my parents' house, and she says, lock the door, don't let her leave. She got on the phone, I swear to God, she's holding my baby in her arms, and she's telling the cops on the phone that I'm trashing her living room. Oh my God. I tried to go through the door and Elric had thrown me across the living room and I had rug burns all over my elbows. It reminded me of when a man attacked me in his yard once and my parents, after I stabbed him in self-defense and was in jail for 2 weeks over it. my mother cried her eyes out when he called to apologize to me for choking me into unconsciousness. Yeah, he was trying to kill me. His own dog was standing in back of me. He was so scared. And you believe that? And here I am with I wake up on the floor after he choked me out, and I grabbed every knife in the house, and I hid him under a cushion, and grabbed the biggest one and said, "Don't you come near me again, damn it. Don't do it." And his dog's hiding behind me. And what's he do? He tries to come at me again. So yeah, I slashed at him, and he got a big old cut in his arm right in the shape of an S, like my name, Sarah, like a lightning bolt. S. He'll remember that forever. Oh no, he won't. Gerard Corcoran, who lives out in Denver, Colorado, where I lived, and I left him for Patrick Wiggins, and that went to hell. Yeah, Jerry Corcoran told me, I guess, that Jerry Schmidt, the one that assaulted me, I guess he just died from something. But, yeah, my mother, back then we still had voicemail machines, and I hit the record button when we were talking, and he sat there and apologized for trying to kill me and strangling me until I passed out, and he was begging my forgiveness and said, could he come over and see me? And I said, hell no, in rotten hell, and I hung up on him. And when my mom heard that, she cried her eyes out. She couldn't believe that they didn't believe me and took his word for it. And stuff like that happens to me a lot because I don't watch my mouth, you know. I say a lot of horrible things and I'm really socially awkward. That's why I'm a writer. And, if you don't like what I'm writing, just put it down or burn it. But I had to get on here and explain this to the world in person, because if I didn't, nobody'd believe this. Nobody'd ever believe it. You want to hear some stranger things? Here's entertainment. Stranger things. I actually lived in Indiana. I had a friend whose mother sent her to Evansville, Indiana mental institution just because she was a troubled juvenile. Man, that's like right out of Stranger Things. I've only watched a couple of times, but freaking weird, huh? And people make fun of me because I say The Walking Dead is like